Hi Aries, how are we today? Just doing our weekly readings. This week we are doing our month ahead, so September 2023. We're going to be looking at, sort of general, whatever's wanting to come out for you there, as well as pulling some cards for love. I do want to let everyone know that if you do leave a comment on one of my videos, you will go in the draw for a free personal reading. We're getting really close to drawing that, guys. So over here on a small non-monetized channel, I do really appreciate all your support. So please like and subscribe to the channel as well. But today we are using, I've got 4 decks here with me. When we're looking at that general, I've got the Tanis Lenormand. And then when we move over into some cards for love, I've got the Terra Lenormand, as well as 2 of those love oracles. So we've got the Romantic Fairy Love Oracle and the Island Time Wellness Love Oracle. Sorry, Aries, I'm just tiny little wires. It's getting caught in my hair. Okay, but getting into it for you today, Aries. I'm going to be splitting the month up into start, middle, and end. So we'll see what wants to come out for you today, Aries. Okay, Aries for September 2023. What's going on for Aries September? Okay, I'm just the energy I'm picking up already. There was a similar reading I have already sort of seen this month for September, so it may pay to check your moon sign as well, Aries. I can't recall which sign that was. I have only done the water and air signs, so if your moon is a water or air sign, it may be worth checking that video, because I am getting a similar energy to one of those. I just cannot remember for the life of me which one it was. Okay, but I'm just going to grab clarity for that first one. For the start of September for Aries, can I please just get a clarity card? Okay, so when I've pulled the clarity card, it is just showing me the anchor. So it's letting us know that you are a little bit stuck on something at the start of September. We do have here the rider and then the mouse energy. So that's a very interesting energy. The mouse energy does talk about things usually that have happened in the past, a loss that we have sort of suffered in the past, but especially with the anchor clarifying that there, it does bring to mind that there's something just weighing heavily on our mind, some sort of energy that we're a little bit stuck in. It keeps going around and around in our mind. I am seeing you heavy in your thoughts this month as well, Aries. So this is weighing heavily down on you in your thoughts, and it's going to have to do with some sort of incoming or outgoing news of some sort. There may be some sort of good news you've received, or some sort of news you've received in regard to something from the past, in regard to a loss that you've been carrying with you. There may be something sort of happening with that, or because this is such a sort of still stuck energy, it kind of is fighting against this rider energy there, because the rider energy usually is quite a fast moving movement energy, where it does talk about good news headed your way. But I do feel as though with these energies here, it sort of brings to mind that you've been waiting for good news to come your way. It's eating away at you. That I'm just getting that vibe, Aries, that you're expecting some sort of communication or news to come towards you, and it's sort of rattling around in your mind of why hasn't that happened? Why hasn't this rider actually shown up? So it's a very interesting. I'm just going to grab one more clarity, just specifically for that rider. That anchor really does just support that mouse energy. But I do want to know why we're seeing that rider, because, like I said, it is slightly contradictory. So unless we're looking at just something in your thoughts where you have been expecting something to happen, or expecting someone to, show up from the past, or hear news from somebody from the past. Clarity for that rider for Aries, please. Yeah. So we're seeing communication. So it's definitely, there's definitely communication that I feel like for a lot of you it's communication you're waiting on. I don't feel as though there's actually any movement, and it's not actually coming in as of yet, because we're seeing that anchor there, and that mouse energy where it's sort of just eating away at you. So we definitely could be looking at, some communication that has happened in the past in regard to, what it is that you're that's stuck on your mind, that you feel as though you've lost something. Whatever this loss is, there's a strong, it's really just sort of eating away at you. And as to whether you are expecting some sort of communication, some sort of news from something or someone, or whether you're just sort of rolling around conversations from the past in your head. So I feel like for some of you it's one, and for others it's the other. So some of you are just sort of overthinking, getting stuck on a loop about conversations that we've had in the past with something that is, now lost. It's coming through as that lost energy. That's something that has, it's past energy. It's definitely past energy, but it's sort of stuck in your head. It's stuck on your thoughts, quite heavily here. And I'm feeling for a lot of you, yeah, it definitely is that you've been expecting communication, and the communication has been lost. It's kind of like that vibe of, my letter got lost in the mail. What happened? Where's this letter? I'm waiting for this letter to arrive, but it's been lost in the mail, and so it's not actually arriving. So it's kind of like you're waiting for something to happen, or waiting for some sort of communication, and it's just not coming in, and that's why we're sort of seeing you. So it's eating away at you a little bit, and you're feeling quite stuck, like there's no movement. It's holding you back a little bit at this stage, because you are just waiting for that. It does feel like you're just waiting for that communication, and it's sort of, not there. Okay, and that's following through, because toward the middle of the month, I do have the clouds card first and foremost. So once again, that's overthinking. That's thinking about things quite heavily, and getting stuck in your thoughts, getting stuck in the, the reality of the situation, of the fact that this communication has been lost to you, that, that letter got lost in the mail somewhere along the line there, and it's causing you to, think too much, to the point of overthinking and anxiety. I am feeling that, you may be in a bit of a state of anxiety about, how come I haven't had this communication as of yet? How come that hasn't happened? You're feeling quite confused about why that communication hasn't arrived into your reality. It's there in the energy, but I'm just sensing that, the clouds and the anchor energy do tend to be quite sort of stuck in reality. So, the energy that I'm feeling from that communication is more of a heart space energy, and you're stuck more in your thoughts, and it's leaving you confused as to, why there's a bit of a discrepancy between the energy and the reality of the situation. It's feeling as though, the energy is telling you that this communication is, about to happen, that this communication's coming in, but it's not. And that's leaving you feeling quite confused, and tangled in your own thoughts, tangled in that reality of feeling a bit stuck, and this keeps going around, on a loop in my head. I can't stop thinking about this. So it's very interesting. Aries, I will look into potential resolutions for this issue, but also mid-month we are seeing you here as the bear energy, so having your guard up quite a bit because you're so confused, because you're so stuck in your head. You are having your guard up quite a fair bit, protecting yourself, because once again I feel protecting yourself from that energy, because the reality seems to be quite different for you at the moment, Aries. So the bear is very protective and nurturing, but it also, when I'm seeing it with the clouds there, it's getting to the point of, the walls are up, guarded. I'm not letting anyone too close to me. If anyone tries to come too close to me, I'll rip their face off. It's very much that, standing strong and powerful, yes, but to the point of being a little bit defensive. At the moment, I'm kind of feeling with that. It definitely, it can bring up issues of aggression, within yourself, within your own thoughts. So you may actually be finding yourself getting quite frustrated and angry, toward the middle of the month here, because you're sort of waiting for something that's not happening. Is what I'm kind of feeling there. But heading toward the end of the month, it does feel as though your energy does change. So I don't know why it's changing, but can I see what's leading Aries from this energy to the end of the month energy, please? Okay, so what will lead you into a change in your energy is taking some sort of a risk. Okay, we do see the clover there, so that's a short-term good luck. Okay, so it's kind of like this is building up so much within your headspace that you kind of just go F it and do something about it. Take a risk, take a chance, to do something about it and to get yourself out of that defensive mode, that overthinking mode that you are in. So with the clover, it is good luck. So it is a very positive card. This one, it is leads to successful risks, and good luck surrounding you. Pick a four-leaf clover and you'll have good luck. So there's some sort of risk that, I feel as though all this energy within your mind is going to lead you to take some sort of a risk, and it's really just sort of feeling like that effort. I'm doing it anyway, or effort. If they're not contacting me, I'll contact them, because you're waiting for this communication. So it's kind of that vibe of, yeah, you're getting so it's getting so stuck on your brain that you're like, I need to do something about this, and then you go ahead and take some sort of a chance to do something, to put some sort of action. Because we're seeing an Aries very in their mind at the start and middle of the month, and then this is where action sort of starts to happen when we see that clover card, taking actions. And what we're sort of taking actions towards here, we do have the flowers card as well as the snake energy. Okay, so the snake can talk about quite a lot of things, but with the flowers there, it's really sort of directing us to look at the things that we have a lot of desire towards. So whatever this is that's it's obviously on your mind for a reason. There's obviously, I feel as though there's a lot of desire, for that communication to actually leave the energy and come on into reality. And I'm seeing that desire and your passion towards something coming through, and that's what you're taking a chance toward, is to follow your true passion and desire, and some sense of ambition to give and receive. We do have the flowers, so that's a very reciprocal energy that with the flowers. It's that giving, but as well as receiving. It's reward for all your hard work, rewards for taking that gamble. It's pleasure, especially with the snake here. It definitely could be talking about physical intimacy and that pleasure side of things. So I definitely feel as though you're going to be taking some sort of a risk, and it's going to lead you to positive energy, and changing that energy into this, very giving, loving kind of energy with the flowers. Sometimes the flowers can talk about a physical gift, so like literally giving somebody flowers or receiving flowers. But with the snake energy there, it's kind of more along the lines of giving yourself to somebody. or receiving somebody physically. It does have a very physical aspect to those two cards there. So it's very interesting, Aries. I'm quite nosy when it comes to Aries because I do have an Aries moon, and this close to a full moon, your moon sign is usually quite strong as well. So I'm very intrigued by what this is all about. So, I'm a bit of a risk taker, so I can definitely see myself taking some sort of a risk. Leave me a note in the comments and let me know if you are a risk-taking Aries yourself. If you know what sort of this thing is that's eating away at your mind, this loss from the past that's sort of really stuck in your thoughts. I feel as though a lot of you are going to know. For a lot of you, this is a person that we may be, especially seeing the sex card at the end there, and you're taking a chance to, give yourself to somebody. So there's definitely that, potential that it's a person that you're waiting for some sort of communication from. But I am still just getting that lost in the mail sense. Okay, so if you are waiting for some sort of communication, if it helps ease your mind a little bit, for some of you, there is a letter that's been lost in the mail, or some sort of communication that's been lost in transit. Okay, so if that resonates for you, that you are waiting for, specific paperwork or a letter or something like that, it may have actually been lost in transit. Okay, so just be aware of that as well, Aries. But we'll have a look, because I'm already intuitively feeling that this may play through in your love cards as well. But we'll have a look. This video probably will be quite long for you, Aries. Like I said, I'm quite nosy when it comes to the Aries readings. I do like to make sure we delve into it a little bit more, especially when we're getting such an interesting message. But I want to know what's going on for myself as well. So it's very interesting. Okay, Aries. Aries for the month of September. What's going on for Aries in love in September, please? Okay, and just clarity for that third card, please. Okay, so like I was sort of intuitively picking up, we may sort of see some sort of flow through here. But first and foremost, we've got the Aries card, the stork there. So that really actually does talk about new energy getting stirred up within love for you. Okay, so whatever's going on with everything else, there is definitely some new energy getting stirred up. Maybe that's what's coming from your overthinking, is that you're wanting to stir up some sort of new energy because, as we move further down the track here, we are seeing communication again. But we do have that stork energy. So it really does talk about, and especially too, because it's that ideas phase. It's that gestation phase before we actually birth things out into the world. So, it can be a pregnancy card. I'm not really feeling that that's the case here, Aries, but it's like that, building an idea within you, and that's stirring up some brand new energy in your love life for you. Okay, so you've got whatever's going on in your head. Like I said, I feel like this has got to do with that overthinking energy, because whatever's going on, with you in your brain space there, that overthinking that we've seen, it's actually stirring up some new energy for you and stirring up new ideas. Like, it may just be like new ways of looking at this past stuff. So looking at things from different angles, and really getting it stirred up from a different angle, so that you can maybe see some new energy when it comes to love. But we do also have a bit of a straightforward message here too, because the next card I have is the cross. Okay, so those two together, it really does talk about you stirring up your faith, stirring up your sense of spirituality, that and spiritual connections as well, because it can really talk about destiny. So it can really talk about you stirring up destiny, and really pushing to get new energy happening with your destiny, and for you to have a lot more faith, to stir up a new sense of faith within yourself, that things are going to sort of work out the way that you want them to, Aries. The cross can sometimes talk about things that have burdened you within love. So stirring up new energy with those things that have burdened you. Like I said, I just feel as though it's that looking at things from a different angle. So the things that are burdening you and holding you back up there in your thoughts, try looking at them from a different angle, and it's really actually going to stir up destiny for you and get that new energy going for you, Aries. Because then we do have the tree, which was clarified with the letter. Okay, so we're looking, normally the letter can, the tree can talk about a few things as well. A lot of the time, it's majority talking about yourself and your self care, and your growth, your self growth. It pays to mention that we will be doing the shadow work reading. I'll be uploading that on Friday. So if you are interested in self growth, that may be a video to keep your eye out for on Friday. But with the letter clarifying that it's actually talking about, this stirring up this new energy, stirring up your destiny is actually creating growth in this communication. All right. So it's actually making that communication, more likely to come through for you. Pardon me, Aries. Still struggling with some allergies at this time of year. But it's kind of like, wise communication as well. There's a lot of wisdom coming through from the tree today. So it's very, wise kind of, and with the cross right there too, it can be talking about, destined senses, like sense of family. So this definitely for some of you, it could be asking you like, who do you like, what do you want to start, like, can be like issues like starting a family and those sorts of things. Communication about wanting to start a family, communication with someone that they feel like your family. When we're looking at love, we're not looking at actual family. Okay, so we're looking at communication with somebody that it feels like you're part of my tree. Your tree is yourself, so you're rooted there in the ground, but then you branch out and you can actually bring other people into this tree, shelter other people, protect other people. So there is a sense of learning that's coming through. So learning how to communicate wisely, learning how to communicate that you do want a family with this person or something like that. So it's a little bit different for everyone within the collective. For some of you, it definitely could be talking about communicating with yourself. Like I said, with that self-care, that self-growth, really, really communicating with yourself. So instead of allowing yourself to overthink to the point of confusion and anxiety, use that thinking to really honestly communicate with yourself and what you want, to grow within your life and your love life. Okay. What feels destined within your love life? What new energy do you want within your love life? All right, but we'll have a look at the oracles and what they want to add in for that message there. But like I said, for a lot of you, that's linked. For a lot of you, that's linked with all that overthinking stuff. Okay, it's all for quite a lot of you. I feel as though that's all part and parcel of the same sort of message. All right, so. It could definitely be wanting to communicate, like because we're seeing that past person in your energy at the start of September, it definitely could be wanting to communicate with somebody and show them how much you've grown, or see how if they've grown from the past situations as well. Aries, what's going on for Aries in love? I'll grab your other oracles straight away as well, but yeah, I am seeing similar messages coming through here as well. Okay, Aries, what's going on for Aries with love in September, please? Okay, so, and very interesting here, Aries, okay, because I'll show you first and foremost. We do have the mask energy, okay? So I feel like this is part of what we're overthinking about. Not showing true feelings, hiding, personifying, pretending, okay? So someone's hiding their true feelings. So whether that's you or this other person that you're waiting for that communication on, this past person, somebody's not showing their true feelings about that connection, all right? Because and the interesting thing is I'm seeing the disguise card on the bottom of that deck there as well, which is the same energy. You can even see here she's wearing a masquerade mask in the card. So that does say some elements of this relationship are hidden. So I'm really just getting drawn to that idea that it's the feelings. Someone's hiding feelings. Someone cares a lot more for someone than they're actually letting on. All right. And then we actually do see, this is where we see that tree energy coming through, that ascending card that says transcending obstacles, learning, expansion, new phases, and preparing for union. All right. So someone has grown quite a lot, whether that's you, this person, or you're like both of you. I do feel for a lot of you that's actually both of you. So there's a lot of self growth on the table. So and wanting to communicate about that. So, you know, take that risk, Aries. We did see that clover up there. Take that risk because coming right in on strong with that cross energy that we saw, where I was sort of saying, something here is destined, and there's that sense of, you having faith that everything will work out the way that you do truly desire. Um, Cupid's arrow, okay? Have faith. Love is coming. Surprise invitation or meeting. Hesitation. All right. So I feel as though for some of you, that surprise invitation or meeting, that's once again back to that rider energy. You're waiting for that meeting. You're waiting for that surprise invitation, and it's just not actually happening as of yet. So for some reason, we're just not seeing that coming through as of yet. But like I said, I feel as though that's you going to end up take that risk, Aries. That we do see you taking that risk, and then it paying off with that flowers energy is definitely a reward, a payoff for taking that risk, and that it's all going to work out how it's destined to. It's going to stir up that new energy, and with that snake energy too. That's you following your true passion and desire. All right, but then we do see, once again, following your passion, dreams come true. Okay. So that does say, have faith, your rainbow will come smiling through. So that's the third time we're getting that have faith message, Aries. We also do see proposal. Okay, that does say your romance is about to evolve and level up. So that's definitely, it doesn't necessarily mean a marriage proposal. It's just that, that readiness to, couple, that readiness to come into that union, getting ready for union, and leveling up a connection. All right. So going from, what feels like nothing to, the next level of connection there. We do also see life partner. Okay, so that says your romance is stable and ready to go the distance. All right, so this is all resulting in a potential life partner for you, Aries. I do feel as though it's all dependent on you actually going ahead and taking that risk, Aries. So very interesting. Like I said, let me know in the comments if that resonated for you. Check your moon sign as well. Check your other important placements. But hopefully I'll see you all again soon.